Hello, air signs. Welcome. Time for your full moon reading for March 2020. This is a general reading for all of our air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, for the energies of this full moon. I see a card is Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Well, isn't that nice to see? Well, yeah, things from the past are, it's almost like there's a breakaway for some of you air signs. Ooh, the cards are just flying. All right, overall collective energies, because I haven't really called out anybody yet. But I feel like there's something, it's like you've been working on something really hard, and it's like you feel like you've been set back a little bit. And that's left you a little unstable. But sometimes being set back might be a gift, because I think there's something that you missed. So collectively, for whoever needed to hear that, if a project didn't go as you thought it was going to go, it is the energies of Mercury retrograde in action. There's something you forgot. There's something you left out. Something needs tweaking, refining. Think of this as like a real opportunity to just make whatever it is you're working on sing. All right? So let's start with our Gemini. Sorry, that was just a real ramble for somebody. All right. Dear Geminis, what's going on for you in this March full moon? Yesterday was the full moon. Today is March 10th. So let's see what's going on with all of our Geminis. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the energies of this full moon. Messages for the greatest and highest good. Thank you for those messages, dear universe. All right, let's see what's going on. Dear Geminis. Ooh, the cards are coming out. You might be dealing with two people, Queen and... All right, there's a whole story coming out. So let's see what's going on before we go any further and I say anything else. So, my dear Geminis, all is not happy in a relationship from the past. So I have to believe that this Queen of Pentacles is your person. It could be this Queen of Wands, but the Queen of Wands is more, I feel like, her energy that's coming out, or his energy, whoever it is you are dealing with. But this is somebody who I feel like they no longer want to carry this burden that you guys have. Maybe you guys have a big ranch or a home or, just a lot of responsibilities. I feel like your person is ready to just move on from all of that because they don't want to carry this alone anymore. So I feel like you might be feeling that your person, because I feel like this is their image. They come across as like being the real faithful wife, but then what they really are is really angry and jealous and mad, and they're pissed off, because of whatever it is that's been hurting them. Because there's an ending about to happen here, if it has not happened already, with this Ten of Swords and this Ten of Wands. Because your queen has not been feeling like a queen, not even close. And they want to be the empress, so there's three women here too that could also be in your circle, whether this is, I feel like they're sisters or family. One's a mom. I feel like the mom really doesn't know what to do. And then there's one daughter that's really unreasonable, and the other one's trying to be really grounded. I mean, I do get the sense that there's three sisters or three women. One is very, very egotistical, one is very arrogant, one you cannot talk to, and I think there's been a lot of negativity between the three of them. I can't help but feel like this is three sisters. There's something going on in the world of Geminis with sisters, but yeah, and I think it's time for somebody, and it could be you, to try to figure out how to calm this unrest. Wow. I don't know who that was for. Yeah, three sisters. Because here, this Three of Cups, I mean, this is really a lot of unhappiness. You know, if we look at this in another respect, and not as sisters, but as a relationship, I feel like there's something that has to come to an end that has really hurt the relationship. It could be drinking, it could be partying, it could be, you know, somebody out doing their own thing. But it left for real instability and, you know, really no foundation for a future with somebody. And this is somebody who I think you've had a past with. But I feel like your person is wanting to take control. Like I said, they no longer want to carry this burden on their own, and they're willing to put an end to this unhappiness. You know, so don't be surprised if you get some communication or you guys have a talk or a conversation. I just want you, Gemini, to be on alert, you know, to not be too defensive, because I feel like, you know, you're going to be on the defense. You don't have to be. I think this person wants to come from a better place, but right now, emotionally, your person is churning, really churning with all of the heart and the responsibility that has been left to them. Yeah. So what to do, Gemini? What to do? You know? So let's see if there's anything else wants to come out. Yeah, see, things come out during this full moon. You know, when the moon comes out, it's like a flashlight. It's shining down issues of what's going on. So when the moon comes out, you know, things that are hidden are brought to light. And some of these things might make you really angry. And I do get a sense of anger. You know, it just seems like, you know, somebody's really pissed off. You know, but in order to avoid conflict, I think you need to pull back, or somebody needs to pull back, because there's no communication happening that's between the two of you, because I feel like emotions are being suppressed, you know, and it's like they're smoldering. You know what's going on between you and your person. Things are smoldering, and this full moon may just bring things out. Whatever these emotions are, because, you know, your queen is really, yeah, she's churning with a lot of hurt. She's churning with a lot of hurt. Okay, deep dark secrets coming out. All right, final cards of advice for our Gemini before we move on to our Libras. What cards of advice do we have for our Geminis regarding this spread? Yeah, this communication, I think, is going to be very necessary. So, again, don't be all defensive and, you know, pissy. You know, you hear them out, because they've been holding this back for a long time. Hear them out, Gemini. Hear them out. All right, final cards of advice for our Gemini for the energies of this full moon. Ooh. Yeah, you've got to hear them out, okay? Rather than fighting, you know, be a little, come in, you know, willing to listen to what it is they have to say, okay? Because I think, I want to say you haven't been really open with the truth, okay? So you need to hear their side of it. Really hear what they have to say, because they've been hurt. I mean, your person here, they're all sideways. Oh my gosh. You know, so there's been a lot of conflict. So it's time for you to, you know, pull back. Don't get all upset, because I can feel you ready to just, like, you know, jump all over them. You know, they're trying to have a conversation. They're trying to let you know what is not working. You know, so that, you know, because their wish is to turn it all around. But here the Empress comes out twice. You know, so they want to see an effort, you know, and they want to feel like the Empress. They want it all. Their wish is to have it all with you. You know, so I think you need to come in and allow that opportunity to happen. You know, and again, you know, don't fight. Don't fight over it. You know, because you're not going to like what they're going to say. Okay? You're not going to like it. but you need to hear it. All right? That's what I've got for you, Gemini. Yeah, because they're tired of this not working. They've put so much energy into this. And maybe it's you, but it's time to have this discussion. All right? And whether this is, I really feel like this is a relationship. You know, because there's other people involved. Yeah, it's not working. You know, and the sevens, you know, this 7 of Pentacles reversed. I mean, how much time are you going to continue to put into something before you see that it's time to give up? You know, do you really want to give up? Did you put that much work into it to have it all end now? But they're not, this Empress, I mean, things are just not moving in a positive direction. Nothing is growing. Where is the future? You know, because your Empress is not feeling like an Empress right now. If anything, she's pretending, she wanted more from you and she's never going to get that. And I think they see that. So that's what I've got for you, Gemini. All right. Let's see. Now we're going to move on to our Libras. What's going on for our Libras for this full moon? All right, Libra. Through universe, what messages do you have for all of our Libras for this full moon? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the full moon of March. Dear universe, grateful, thankful for these messages, for the greatest and highest good. Some of you have some anxiety going on. You see that. Maybe with a water sign. All right, what's going on for our Libras? Yeah, there's that anxiety I was picking up. And this could be over the future of your relationship. Let's get some more cards out and see what this is talking about. Yeah, I think, wow, there's 2 kings and a knight. All right, so if we're looking at 2 men, this could be a relationship between 2 men. There could be, you know, a real decision about how to move forward. And I think there's a real disagreement. One person wants to do it their way and the other person wants to step back and, you know, do a more methodical approach. But I feel like you are the one holding all the anxiety and you're dealing with people. I really sense that this is more about a work issue. I think, you know, it's like there's a partnership here. Okay, and then you have somebody who works for you, who's giving you an awful lot of anxiety, whoever this person is, because it's like you just can't even reason with them. And if anything, they're causing more damage than good. So I think the 2 of you on some level are going to make a decision about somebody in your workplace. That's just, it's just not working out. Look, if it's not working out, it's not working out. At the end of the day, it's about business. It's not personal. You know, so I think there's somebody that struggles with that. Now, for Libra, when it comes to you in a relationship, and again, this might be a relationship that you are currently in or one that you're looking at. Maybe it's one of these things. I feel like you might be getting married. I think there's a lot of anxiety around this union because there's a part of you that, I don't know, wants to run. I mean, you want to run in the other direction. What can I say? You really want to get out of it. But yet you know it'll bring a lot of stability. So you sit on the fence about whether to really, you know, stay in and hang in there with this person. Because there's a part of you definitely wants to run. And I think you're trying to remain really hopeful. And I think you know that you will be happier without this person. So I'm going to tell you, that I tell everybody who's about to get married, you don't have to do this, okay? So don't marry someone if you are not really sure about whether or not you truly want to be committed to this person. You know, and I think you need to make a decision about this before you get too involved. You know, so I feel like whatever it is, however you want the outcome, it's going to work in your favor. You know? Yeah, you don't want it to end, but you want it to end, but you don't want it to end. And it's like, you know, you can't continue. And again, in the workplace, okay? I got to go back to the workplace. Holy cow, look at all these men. All right, in the workplace, we have the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the King of Wands, a Knight of Swords, and a Queen. And the Lovers. All right, so take the energies however you want. I'm seeing a lot of men on the table, so I feel like this is a corporation with the Hierophant here. This is big business. Again, I feel like somebody who, it's almost like there's somebody, this King of Wands, I feel like also echoes this Knight of Swords energy, because this King of Wands, it's like in the big picture of all of administration, this King of Wands is not to be trusted. And this King of Wands won't pull his weight or her weight. And I think there's something, you know, get out before you get fired is what I'm going to say. Get out before you get fired. There's something big going down in the workplace. I think you're onto it and you know. I don't think you're going to be the one that's left out in the cold, but somebody will be left out in the cold. And that's going to make you feel good because you're the one sitting here with the sun, you know. And if you are the one that's fired, then I would say that's probably, you know, something that's a godsend. On a romantic point of view, I feel like there's some real power play among men, lovers. I feel like there's somebody very unreasonable in the equation. Again, this King of Wands, this is the flirtatious one. So if these are two men, Libra, if there's, you know, I feel like there's a King of Swords and there's a King of Pentacles. If you're in a relationship with someone, partnership, and I am talking to two men here, you know, I feel like there's a third person that comes in that tries to interfere with this relationship. So just be aware of that for whoever needs to hear this. I feel like they're very deceptive. They're very conniving. They know how to manipulate situations. And honestly, I don't think they're doing it for their own benefit. I think they're just doing it to do it. Ooh, that's ugly. Sorry about that, Libra. All right, let's see. Let's get some clarity. Yeah, oh my gosh. So, Libra, don't be blind to what's going on around you. All right, in the workplace, if you are in partnership with somebody, I mean, take the blindfold off because this is about your future here and you're very anxious right now. I can sense it. So I think you need to make a decision. You might need to make a decision quick. Maybe you want to get out before you get in, you know, because you don't want to be left out in the cold. And I think you know. So I feel like this is a warning for whoever this is. If you are at work in a big partnership in a big company, don't get blindsided. Don't get blindsided. All right. Wow. All right. That's what I have for you, Libras. So there's a few messages. I think that they were really important messages for some Libra out there. Wow. All right. Aquarius, what's going on for our Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this full moon? Energies of the full moon for our Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What's going on, Aquas? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for our Aquarius. All right, overall energies. What's going on? What messages do you have? Ooh, that's good. So we come out with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, in the past, I feel like you were not being treated fairly. I think you thought you were, and then you found out you didn't. All kinds of cards. You know, Aquarius, I feel like you didn't want to believe what was really going on. I don't think you believed that you really weren't being treated right. I think you were in a relationship. You were married. We could be talking about your ex here. I think, you know, they were very unstable. They like to spend a lot of money. You know, it's like you kept giving them money. It wasn't fair. You know, I think, you know, you tried to make some offers. You tried to turn things around so that, you know, quite possibly, you know, you could make things work. But at the end of the day, I feel like whoever it was that you were dealing with, Aquarius, is that they had no sense of how to like be stable, especially in a relationship. Yeah, so I do feel like this was an ex, and maybe there's this issue of alimony. I feel like there's some alimony or back, you know, child support or, you know, something of that nature. I mean, there's something having to do with, I feel, I can't help it, child support, back pay. You know, you haven't been paying it and you need to pay it. They might be coming towards you. And I think you know that, you know, at any day you might get hit with like this major big bill for child support. Yeah. So out comes the Hermit. So I think, I mean, there's something that's going on that has left you feeling very isolated and alone. And again, the issue of this being an ex, you know, I think you saw this coming all along, but you didn't have any money, so how were you going to ever pay it? You know, so you just went off and did your own thing. But it's like, you know, the bills, they follow you. This one followed you. Yeah, but I think there's positive outcome here. If you just open up a little bit, okay? So rather than hide from what's about to go down between you and your ex, because you can't get away from it, okay? You can't get away from it. Somehow you're going to have to make this work, and you're going to have to work out all of this finances, and, you know, come on, it's your kids, you know? So if you are one of these people that owes some back pay, I think that's going to come to light, all right? Now, there's somebody out there, I feel like, you know, you, Aquarius, are dealing with someone who has been very, very closed off to you. And I feel like it could be your family. This is somebody from your past. I can't help but think it could be your sister. I think the two of you haven't spoken for a little while. This could come up. There could be some conversation that comes up between you and them at this time. Yeah, because this Queen and this Queen of Cups, I feel like you are this Queen of Wands. You're very confident. You know where you stand. You know who you are. And this Queen of Wands is a water sign. Or could be a water sign. Could be anybody. You know, but, you know, you're confident in where you stand with this person. I don't think they're near as confident as you. But I feel like they want to approach you in some way, whoever this person is. They want to approach you and talk to you about something. You know, because I think something went down between the two of you. You know, and somebody was left feeling really confused and hurt over the whole thing. But, yeah, I think that's going to get dealt with during this next full moon as well. All right, anything else for our Aquarius? No, that wasn't near as exciting as the Libras. Conflict. Conflict. Yeah, there's been a little bit of conflict with somebody. Yeah, again, sisters. I wonder if this has something to do with the Gemini reading. So if you are a sister who hasn't spoken to someone, or there's been something in your circle of friends, I would definitely listen to what it was that I said for Gemini. All right, dear universe, any cards of advice for Aquarius regarding the spread? Cards of advice regarding the spread. Aquarius. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, you can't get out of this back pay. I'm sorry for whoever this is. This is really specific to somebody. You know, you can't get away with this. Okay? You know, it's just like it's not going to work. You can't dodge it. You can't get around it. You can't move away from it. You're going to have to work with this person and your ex and try to figure out, you know, how you're going to pay this back child support. As much as you want to just run away from it and pretend it's going to just all disappear, it's not. So, there you have it. That's what I've got for you. Yeah. I think if you deal with this, you'll find more healing. Now, there is a little bit of heartbreak coming down the road for you. So, just be ready. You know, I think be careful in your social circle of a little bit of backstabbing. Okay, Aquarius? Yeah, so, you know, if somebody's pretending to be like your friend all of a sudden, you know, just be aware that if they were never your friend before, why is all of a sudden they want to be really friendly with you? So just a heads up on that. All right, so that's what I've got for you, air signs. I hope this resonated. If it did, terrific. If it didn't, that's okay. Sorry for the light and the shadows, but it is what it is. All right. I will see you at the next reading. Until then, bye now.